What's up guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to improve quickly and become cracked on keyboard and mouse. This video is for people that are beginners and even competitive players. I can guarantee you, no matter what level you are, if you watch this video, you'll learn at least one thing to help you improve. Alright, so in this video we're going to be looking at sensitivity and an improvement in warm-up map. There will be timestamps in the video, so if you want to skip around, go ahead. The first section we're going to go into is settings. Alright, now that we're on the settings tab, we're going to first go over sensitivity and then we're going to go over our keybinds. We're not going to go over all the useless stuff like mouse flight, rocket racing, and tank settings. Anyways, our X and Y axis sensitivity is 15.3%. It's good to be around that range and keep them the same, otherwise it could screw up your sensitivity. Targeting and scope sensitivity are 100% because our X and Y sensitivity covers that. Building sensitivity is 100%. My editing sensitivity is a little bit lower. That way I can help improve my crosshair placement and get good crosshair placement. We'll talk about that later in the video. The next few settings do not matter, like ignore controller input, all that doesn't matter. Some pros use custom diagonals, but most of them don't, so only a few do, but we won't talk about that. Now the rest of the settings are pretty much useless, so we'll move on to the keybinds. Okay, so for the keybinds, obviously WASD for move forward, space for jump, and B for sprint. So overall, before we go over the main settings, everyone has different settings, but if I were you and you need new settings, do my settings and then try to get comfortable with it. And if something slightly not comfortable, maybe like you're thinking, oh, I could do this for my wall button or my sprint button could be different. Change it and see how it feels. That's just kind of how it works. These settings were my brother's settings, and then I changed them to kind of what I wanted them to be. So auto run doesn't really matter. Crouch is control. Force walk and those don't really matter. Okay, so combat, obviously fire and target. Toggle scope doesn't really matter. R is reload. My use is scroll up. That's pretty convenient. Some people may use other things. I save E for edit. Pickaxe is X. Some people use that as a build bind, maybe a platform or a cone. So my weapon 1 slot is F, so that is my shotgun. Q is my SMG. 3 is my AR. 4 is basically anything, and V is basically anything. Some of these keybinds might feel a little bit uncomfortable at first, but as you play more, you'll get muscle memory and it will feel more comfortable. Okay, now for the building. Crouch doesn't really matter. My wall is my front side button on my mouse. Okay, then we have floor is shift. Stairs is my back mouse button. Then we have roof is C, and trap is 5. Trap is kind of irrelevant at the moment unless you play reload or some creative maps. Place building is obviously right. Upgrade is G. Rotate is R. Change building material is the right click on the mouse. And then we go down to building edit. This is very, very important, so you need to make sure you pay attention here. So we have building edit as E and scroll down. E is the original like building edit that I use, so I click E when I'm editing. But the scroll down is there because of the reset building edit if you go down kind of to the bottom. That is also scroll down. So what happens is when you scroll down, it picks up the edits around you. So what happens is it picks up the edits and it also resets them at the same time. That way it's a quick reset instinct type deal. And then crouch while editing doesn't really matter that much. Select building edit, obviously that's kind of what edit you're going to be editing. And then also I personally have edit on release on. Okay, so now we're going over the improvement / warm-up map. This is Jiven's how to build map. If I ever don't go over anything with enough details, he has tutorial buttons on all of the maps, which I'll show you in a second. There is music if you want to check it out, and there are guns. At first I'm not going to pick up the guns, I'm just going to kind of show you what you can do. We're going to start with the free build section, but these other ones are also pretty good. I don't use all of them, but we'll go into a few of them that I use. Alright, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So on here there's different speeds you can go at. I start on slow-mo and then go to speedy and then normal. So on slow-mo, what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of like edit as best you can. You just kind of like get your edits warmed up or maybe improved. And then there are also a few bots that you can go to, edit down to them, and they respawn as you go up, so you don't have to hit every single one. I don't have any shotgun or anything here, so I'm just kind of showing you. But yeah, you can probably do this for about 5 or 10 minutes per like section. So like slow-mo do for about 5 minutes. Depends on how warmed up you want to get. Like maybe you're doing a tournament or something. So yeah, next is speedy. Just kind of go wild or whatever, do whatever you want. Just do as many edits as you can. The sensitivity is going to feel very, very high at first. Or like it's just going to be very difficult because you were just on slow and then you go fast. I'll explain in a minute why this is a good thing. So yeah, just keep editing a little bit, get your edits warmed up and such. But yeah, after you do this for about 5 or 10 minutes and feel decent with the fast edits, you'll be good. But yeah, so then crosshair placement I was talking about earlier is like how little or how small of an area you can like cover but still make the edit. So this is kind of like, this is like insane crosshair placement, but if you can do this like over and over again, like in like an edit spree, then you're just going to be able to make so many edits so easily. Some are like more worth it to have better crosshair placement because they're more used edits. But anyways, I'm going to build real quick and show you like kind of what it looks like. My crosshair placement isn't the best. You can see how little I'm moving my mouse. I'm honestly probably moving it too much, but that's right. That's something I need to improve, and we all have things that we need to improve. But yeah, and just all kinds of different things. So then next what we're going to do is we're going to do the normal speed. So the normal speed is good because like you just kind of do whatever and it just gets you ultimately warmed up because it feels like it's slow, honestly. So yeah, that's the reason it feels slow is because you went from slow from slow to fast to normal. So you like went from slow and then you adjusted to fast and then now you're back to normal, so it feels slow again. But yeah, again, just do this for about 5 or 10 minutes depending on what you want to get warmed up for. Again, I don't have weapons right now, so we're just going to kind of show you. Anyways, if you do want to go back to the map, you are going to be able to click
Welcome
the blue
to the
button.
free build with bots map. Change the speed with
here
the
is
options
the
off to the
tutorial
side and just free
button
build
I was
around the
showing you
map
about
and peace
earlier.
control bots along.
Anyways, I'm going to pick up some weapons for the next one. The next good one to do is ramp pushing. So ramp pushing is basically you start on low ground and there's a bot up top. And what you do is you build up to him and then you take damage every time you're openly like visible to him, I guess you could say, or like he's capable of hitting you. Again, there's a tutorial button on this map if you don't fully understand it. Over here on this little pad, I'll show you in a minute, you can change like how difficult it is to get hit. So right now I believe it's on normal difficulty. I'm kind of just showing you like what it's like to be in the open. But yeah, there's ways to be protected and you can just kind of like make edits. So right there I wasn't protected enough, I know I need to make a better edit there. Or like right here, that's going to be a good edit to make because I didn't take damage. Here's the board, so there's slow, normal, and fast. So there you saw normal. Fast is a lot more reactive, so like right there I was barely visible and he still hit me. Maybe not so much there, but like even little things like a window edit like that, I was very like not visible, but it's still just so like exact in its like measuring that it hits you. The person's capable of hitting you there. Anyways, that's basically it for this map. We're going to go back and do a different one. Okay, so we have editing up and editing down. This can be something that can help you improve your edits if you're just starting out, or also help you get warmed up. So side jumps is something I started doing when I first started keyboard and mouse, and it has helped tremendously. I am very good at my side jumps. So it's kind of in a way like a piece control. So what you're doing is you're putting a cone up there and then you're jumping and placing a platform in place of where you're like jumping so you don't just fall down. But yeah, so then there's a little red orb in the inside that you shoot. The platform's there obviously so that you don't like, so it like is if there's someone putting a platform above you or a cone. But yeah, there's also like walls, so you can try to do a full piece control if you want. It shows you where your walls were at, so like I missed that wall at first, and if you want to just practice full piecing people. There is bot reaction speed on this map as well, and same with the tutorial button. I'll do a few more of these to kind of show you what it looks like. The reaction speed isn't as good and accurate on this one as it is on the other one, but it's still pretty good to help you know peaks and different things like that. Alright, so we're going to go back and do the next one, which is the sway retake. The sway retake is something I had to work on for a long time to get good at. You might be naturally good at it. There is reaction speed there again. But basically there's these orbs. So you're not actually shooting these orbs, you're just being like protected from them is the goal. So what you're going to do is you're going to build up. This is actually like a basic sway retake, is the side walls and then the ramp. If you're a beginner, this is going to be a harder thing to do, but you can try to begin to do it if you want. Some people are good at doing full sway retake and doing both sides, but this drill is mostly just to cover one side. I'm not horrible at it, but I'm also not great at it. As you can see, I'll mess up a few times here in this warm-up. But yeah, you can do it as many times as you want, so once you'll go through, you'll get to the top and it will respawn you back at the bottom. It says how many times you did it, so you can kind of plan each day, like, man, I'm going to do it 5 times today, or I didn't do as good the other day, I had to do 6, but this time I only had to do 5 in order to have a perfect run, etc. So it just kind of measures your progress. The next one, we have tunneling and reactive tunneling. I'm going to go into tunneling first. This is the more basic one. So medium, hard is pretty difficult. So you have the people on the side, and the harder it is, so like easy, the thing doesn't move as fast. And then medium's just a little bit faster, etc. So I'm not the greatest at tunneling. That's something I need to improve on, but that's a reason I play this map, and it has helped me improve. So we're going to go ahead and switch to an easier difficulty here, but there is also a clear build button and a tutorial button. But yeah, anyways. So now to reactive tunneling. This one is sometimes more difficult. It kind of depends on your level. So this one moves around more, so like it's reactive. And something that may deceive you is the arrow. So the arrow says turn. You're actually not going to go towards the arrow. You're going to be a box ahead. So right there, I missed it. It's sometimes difficult because it messes with your head. But so like right here, it says to turn. I'm turning right here. I'm not going where the arrow is at. You'll kind of learn it as you go. And then sometimes it will also go down. I believe in this example, it does not go down at all, but it can go down or up a layer possibly to like represent in-game stuff. Usually on the harder difficulties it does that more often. You can change it, I believe, to easy and harder, the 2 difficulties. The goal is to stay in here for 60 seconds, but if you can't, it will kick you back off. This will show you it in a second, but I'm going to kind of show you what will happen if you need to go down a layer. So if you need to go down a layer, you just kind of drop down and the green orb will drop down. But yeah, if you're not with the green orb, it will kick you back, and it says how much time you lasted, so you can see how much you improve. But yeah, you just click that little yellow square to make it more difficult or easier. Anyways, thanks for watching. This is the tutorial, so please like and subscribe.